Hey everyone, welcome back to my Flash Reviews. This is episode 10, season 9. I know we're all reunions. We see someone getting dressed and getting ready for the day. I thought it was Eobard, Thawne, but apparently it's Eddie. That's actually real surprising that he's actually back. What he enjoyed this episode knows a lot is that has made Barry realize what is it of himself where he comes in fruition where he becomes more accepting of what happened to him in his past. In some way, he turns to Iris in the beginning, and then there's nothing about what happens. He just disappears out of nowhere in this episode. So with Iris being pregnant, the timeline shifted 9 months, meaning it didn't shift it. It just from the previous episode to now. It's been 9 months of Barry and Iris being doing whatever they do after Barry's 30th birthday. He just, like I said, he disappeared and out of nowhere. When we see Khione, she goes through the door like does she have a key? Nah, okay, no, doesn't matter. Her powers have been improving in some way, and by improving I mean starting up in some way, if that's what you like to call it. And she's been journaling to herself, and because she's writing to Caitlin and Frost, and she's also, in a way, writing to Mark. She's wondering where he is, so it's been a really long time since he's seen her. So it's been a really long time because it's just, she has a lot of plans on, and she's, hopefully in the next 3 episodes we see something of her progress. I just really want to see this character be done right in some way, because there isn't much we know about her. Chester and Allegra are in Star Labs, and they obviously seen how Allegra's outfit looks like, and the whole point, it's all colorful, and isn't the point of what she wanted to do back then is to not stand out, and there will be a big big reveal if she goes out looking like that, the way she was dressed. Don't understand why this show wants us to. I don't know if they're doing this for laughs or not, but if they want to take these characters seriously in these final 4 episodes, at least have her costume look like one of the other characters we've seen. Like the way Vibe looks like, the way Nora's outfit looks like, something where it's not something simple, nothing not overly done in some way. I don't know, what do you think about that? Cecile was over at Joe's for the weekend, and they were talking about her staying a bit longer because she wants to be around them so much. So then, later in the episode, when we see Barry in 2000, or the year 2000, he actually does CCPD and tries to talk to Joe, so Barry can contact Dr. McGee from Mercury Labs because he wants to find a way to go home in some way, and Barry can't really tell him who he is. And if you doesn't know who Jesse Amon is, he was in Law and Order, right? So it has that Law and Order type of vibe to it. I don't know. They made it look like how he was, look like back then. Which is really awesome. It's awesome to have him back in for the final 4 episodes. I don't know if he's gonna be in free, but the fact that he's in this one is awesome. Unfortunately for Barry, it's March 18th, which is the day the Reverse Flash kills Nora, so that's something that is really caught him off guard in some way, and he had to rush and just run away from CCPD because he's thinking about what's going on, and then he tries to think about what to do and all these things. So actually, he talks to Stein from Legends of Tomorrow, and before I talked about that, I want to point out that so his intention was for him to go home and not do anything. And then when he was starting to sign on the phone, who thought that Barry was putting a prank on him for some reason, but then he just Barry didn't hit up the phone, but he just dropped it when he saw Nora and Henry Allen across the street. And he tries to talk to them. He tries to approach them, but then the reverse flash just swoops in and pushes him out. Basically makes him fall, and Carl almost hits him. So that's really tense stuff there. And then that's how they meet. And that's that way. Barry talks to Eobard about what's going on, why they bring him here, and the fact that he tells Barry that he was the one who brought him to year 2000, so that's really suspicious in its own way. And then Joe and Scene, who was the detective in 2000, they go to the crime scene, they find a blue crystal, and then they just appeared out of nowhere, and literally appeared out of nowhere, but it's that tension. It was intentional that it appeared out of nowhere, and then Joe grabs it, and then basically because I think that the crystal was calling to Joe for him to grab it in some way. And then we see that Barry is with Nora and Henry, right? Yeah. In a restaurant, they're talking to each other, and it really feels like the scene was really important to Barry, and it shows a lot of things that how he truly feels about him. And keep in mind, he found his parents, and then he was hurt, so then they sent him to the hospital, and then he left the hospital, and they were sitting down right here in a matter of just hours. So it's a lot of things it's really heavy for Barry, and a lot for him to process all this. And he wants to express how he feels about both of them without telling them it's particularly them. So it was really intriguing and clever the way they did this. There's an episode where, not this season, but previous one, where Barry was talking about the fact that he accepted his mom's death. So then I thought about that line when I saw him interacting with his mom. So in this scene, so really heavy stuff here. I really enjoyed how this was done. Barry leaves the restaurant, and he eventually decides to find him again in the hospital, where one of them works. So, and then they talk, they hug out, and they offer Barry a place to stay with, and he says no, and because he has to get back to the prison, so he'll be there for Nora, the little Nora. And then when she arrives, and then Joe is actually across the hall and talk, and he sees Barry and him see each other, and they fight for some reason, because that whoever is controlling Joe gave him powers and attacking him. So that was actually really insane how that was done in some way. This wasn't really much of a fight scene. It was more of him trying to dodge Joe, and he did choose some lightning blasts at the prisoner controlling Joe. So in a way, I thought about what if he accidentally hurt Joe in that way. Luckily, he didn't do too much damage of him. He ended up walking away and like the blast. You have seen the image. He's like he basically that character wants to finish Barry off all the way, and then Eobard started to do what he does, and notice Fitz point, and we know this, but I feel like the audience already knows this because they mentioned it back when the show first started about the fact that the thing with Barry's mom dying is something that needed to happen in some way. And by what we learn from Legends of Tomorrow, Fitz point is something that cannot be redone altered. It can be, but it's not to be a good idea to do so. Instead of Barry saving his mom, he saved himself. But in a way, for me, I don't know why, but didn't he always do that? I don't know. It's really confusing. So many things, and then there's like two different Barrys. One of them is trying to stop him, stop the reverse flash, and the other one stopping Barry from stopping the reverse flash, and then it's the flash that we see now, and then all a lot of things happening there. Yes, that was really intense and really well done the way they did the scene. Barry has so much on his plate, so it's a lot of things that he's been dealing with throughout this entire show, and every single thing he does revolves on the idea of him becoming the Flash and because of his decision to become the hero. And not only that, it's the fact that I feel like every time he fights a villain or anything, every time he does heroic things for the Flash, it always comes down to, it's always because of this moment right there where he's in that house seeing the reverse Flash do the unfortunate thing to Nora. And that's actually one of the reasons why I actually love Barry as a Flash, because he actually does something not for himself. He learned that it's not just about him, it's about everyone else involved. It's about everyone who has saved Barry and helped Barry and teamed up with Barry and to get him in a way, get him to a point where he is now and throughout his Flash and hero journey. I see how the scene really impacted Barry in that way. I really appreciate that. The reverse Flash wanted to go home, but he couldn't because he didn't get a chance to kill Barry, the young Barry. And if he did, he would have been unstoppable and deadly. And who knows what would have happened. And not sure what happened with the timeline, It would have been chaotic. Causing so many anomalies. Speaking of anomalies, this is something that didn't usually happen, that Eddie got hit with lightning in some way, so it's predictable in a way we know he's going to become a speedster, and he sees a little bit of lightning on the floor in this file saying that Eddie Thawne is basically him as a officer, and that's what he was. When in the beginning, he was the one he was staying Iris back then, before Barry and Iris were in, and then for some reason he's a scientist here, for some reason, so who knows why that is. So maybe there's a possibility that something happened within this, or it's way happened within the time, like they kinda alter it to the point where this is not a fixed point, but it's more of a it's an anomaly. It's something. It's a turn of timeline, or for Eddie for some reason. Yeah. Who knows what's gonna happen next? I'm really excited to see what did I have in the next 3 episodes. I'm really excited to see where the story's gonna take Barry next, and who knows where he's gonna be. I don't believe I'll be actually surprised if he returns to the present, but not sure why that would be. What the villain would want to take him to the past and then bring him back to the present. I feel like he's gonna go somewhere else in time. Who knows? That'll be exciting. I don't believe we saw the last of Eobard, so who knows what's gonna happen next. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're listening to this podcast on Spotify for podcasters, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for my Superman and Lupus review coming out on Saturday. Right, take care.